The doctors in Sudan say the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces has been concealing evidence of its atrocities. The Sudan Doctors Network says fighters have been burning or burying bodies in mass graves in an attempt to cover up killings in the Darfur region.
So you've probably heard a lot about Sudan and the absolutely indescribable carnage going on in the city of Al-Fasher. You've probably heard that there's so much unchecked murder of ordinary people going on that you could actually view the massacres from space. And you've definitely heard that a certain country called the United Arab Emirates is the ultimate culprit behind all of this. Now, all of that is true, but what does it actually mean? What is the UAE's interest in any of this, and why are these guys filled with so much murderous zeal against regular poor people in some village in West Sudan? What is the point of a genocide in Sudan anyway? The answer is simpler than you might think. It's food. Or to be more specific, Sudan's estimated 300 million acres of uncultivated agricultural land, which has been said to have the potential on its own to feed a quarter of the planet's population. Compare and contrast that with the UAE, which is only able to cultivate an estimated 5% of its mostly desert land, and you start to get the picture here. Now, add to that picture the UAE's cash plus status in comparison to Sudan's situation as a typical post-colonial African state with deep societal divisions and a devastating national identity crisis. And the picture starts to get even clearer. The ongoing genocide is just a symptom. What we're actually witnessing is simple old naked colonialism. This time it's not John Smith from London or Minnesota who is directly stomping around Africa causing chaos, but it's John Smith's geopolitical proxies in Abu Dhabi who have some very grand ambitions of their own. They already control more than 200,000 hectares of Sudanese farmland through official investments, in addition to benefiting from the industrial-scale smuggling of Sudanese gold and other resources, which are almost exclusively trafficked through Dubai. But as with any good colonialist, winning alone is not enough. The other side must lose. Losing, from Sudan's point of view, has meant spending several years having its economic and political sovereignty actively undermined by Mr. Proxy and his many friends and collaborators on both sides of the Red Sea. It has meant not having full territorial sovereignty for decades. It has meant being balkanized and losing over 80% of government revenues pretty much overnight. It has meant having effectively two competing militaries, one of which is directly armed and funded by Mr. Proxy here, for the express purpose of directly seizing Sudanese land and resources for their benefit. And there's no nudge wink here. Mr. Proxy's people regularly go on Instagram Live and openly talk about how their proxy army, currently slaughtering their way through Al-Fasher, will turn Sudan and its people into Hiroshima. And as bleak and terrible as this all sounds, don't worry, it gets worse. Because where previously John Smith in Washington and in London would have at least pretended to be interested in seeking a solution to these other events, the Southpaw character in the White House is currently blowing up Venezuelan fishing boats and threatening to invade Nigeria, guns a-blazing. Because apparently the empire is done with neocolonialism, and regular old colonialism is now back in fashion. So do with that information what you will.